whether premarital relationship, secular relationship, or marriage, you are either a peacemaker or a troublemaker. Those who press this Mumu button, they are troublemakers. Number one, a troublemaker is the one who always argue in relationship. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 3 that any fool can start an argument. Another meaning of fool is Mumu. Any Mumu can start an argument. The honorable thing is to stay out of arguments. That is from the Good News Translation. If you are a troublemaker, you will see that you are always arguments. Every now and then, you have something to argue about. That is one. The second Mumu button that people often press in relationship is comparing either their spouse with another person or comparing their children with another person. So when you compare your partner with somebody else, you are pressing a Mumu button that will normally cause trouble. The third Mumu button, or let me say foolish button that people often press in relationship, is condemning. Every now and then, you have something to condemn in what your partner is doing. Instead of condemning your partner, why not compliment more than you condemn? Condemning your partner is a Mumu button that troublemakers often press in relationship. Number 4 Mumu button that people often press in relationship or marriage is contradicting their spouse, antagonizing. You're always talking the opposite. You never agree with your partner. This is a Mumu button. And William James, one of the earlier fathers of psychology, he says something. He said, wisdom is the art of knowing what to overlook. I remember some time ago, there was one of my mentors who said one of the ways he was able to capture his wife to himself is because when the wife does anything wrong, he will ask himself, this thing that my wife has done wrong, is it something major or minor? If it is something minor, he will overlook. That is wisdom. But when you're always talking about everything, the day that your partner will now do something major, when you talk again, your partner will just say, hey, that is how you used to talk. So they will not take you serious. But if you have been overlooking the small things that your partner does that is wrong, when the major one comes and you speak up, they will say, my husband, my wife has never spoken to me like this, and they will likely listen to you at that time. They are going to take you more serious than when you are always talking. So William James says, wisdom is an art of knowing what to overlook. Now, in your relationship, you will realize that what you want is actually that you want to love, you want to be loved, you want to experience peace, joy, fulfillment. But none of this Mumu button gets you close to what your expectation is for being in a relationship or in marriage. These Mumu buttons always work. They work well to achieve the opposite of what you intend to achieve in your relationship. So it robs you of your peace, it robs you of genuine love in your relationship, and even prevents you from enjoying the fulfillment that you deserve in your relationship. So if you are wise, you will intentionally avoid pressing this button. Otherwise, the only thing we can call you is Mumu. May you not be a Mumu. To avoid being a Mumu and to prevent yourself from pressing this button, you must intentionally avoid or stay out of arguments. You don't have to argue with your partner. You must always look for ways to leverage, like get a common ground, and both of you can shoot from there. That's number 1. Number 2, don't compare your partner with any other person. Every human being is unique in their own way. And number 3, don't contradict your partner. Don't contradict one another. Always look for ways to agree, to disagree, so that at the end of the day, everybody is fine. Nobody is feeling slighted or ridiculed or belittled. Just make sure that you always get along no matter what it is. Then don't condemn one another. The moment you start building or laying on the foundation of guilt, you start making your partner to feel guilt, you will start becoming farther and farther away from each other. Be a peacemaker in your relationship and not a troublemaker. Don't forget, don't argue in your relationship. That is a Mumu button. Don't contradict, don't condemn, and don't compare your partner with any other person.